It's time to address the drones being seen across the world. If you've been watching the channel, you know that we were given a message that this would occur about a month ago. I'll link the video at the end and in the description. The mainstream is clearly trying to mitigate these sightings with their narratives about drones, which are now being seen across the world and are even interacting with aircraft. The first thing I want to say is not to worry. We have been discussing the Galactic Federation, the Earth Alliance, and even posted a mass UFO sighting, which I personally attended. This is not anything to be afraid of. It is the disclosure that the world has been waiting for, and it's finally moved from the subtle, soft disclosure of movies and TV shows to in-your-face armadas of extraterrestrials. It is my understanding that these sightings are being done by the Galactic Federation with permission of the Earth Alliance and specifically authorized by President-elect Donald Trump. The establishment media appears to still be trying to hide disclosure, but they no longer can. I can't imagine what makes them think they can stop what is coming. So let's take a look at what's happening. I have to admit that I was off the radar on this one. I had heard a couple of mentions of drones in New Jersey, but never really thought it was a big deal. I rarely watch news, but thankfully Joe White 6597 brought the issue up by asking if I thought the drones were related to the Nordics. Having only heard the term drones, I answered him that I didn't because the Nordics allegedly use orbs or pods. I have to apologize because when I got some time, I researched the drones, and what I found out knocked my socks off, so here we go. First, please share this video because I believe we may be entering into the end stages of disclosure, and I suspect we may be seeing a false flag event that has been predicted for so long, and we don't want our loved ones to be afraid. Things are moving fast, so be sure to subscribe and hit the bell for notification of new intel releases. If you would like to further support my channel, I have some cute merchandise in my store, and I am always grateful for a super thanks tip, which you'll find in the 3 dots below the video. Also, we have an amazing community board that I hope you will interact with. Okay, on to the drones. The official news on the drone anomalies of recent weeks is that residents of New Jersey have reported sightings of large, unidentified drones flying at night, particularly in areas like Morris County and near Newark. These drones, described as larger than typical consumer models, have been observed flying back and forth for hours. Some people actually described these so-called drones to be as large as a school bus. One family reported that they followed a drone, and while it hovered above them, the clock in their car changed time. Electrical disruptions and loss of time is a widely reported phenomenon with extraterrestrial craft sightings. The FBI's Newark office and local authorities are investigating these incidents. They have urged the public to remain calm and to share any information or photos that could assist in identifying the operators of these drones. Governor Phil Murphy has stated that his office is monitoring the situation and assured residents that there is no known threat. In response to these sightings, the Federal Aviation Administration, FAA, has imposed temporary flight restrictions over sensitive areas, including President-elect Donald Trump's New Jersey golf course and the nearby Picatinny Arsenal. These restrictions are set to remain in effect until December 26th for some peculiar reason. The mysterious drone activity has also been reported over Staten Island, prompting local politicians to call for federal intervention. Congresswoman Nicole Maliotakis has requested briefings from the Department of Homeland Security and the FBI, expressing concerns over the drones operating without transponders. On a global scale, there has been a significant increase in sightings of unidentified anomalous phenomena, UAPs. A Pentagon report released in November 2024 reviewed 757 UAP cases reported globally between May 1, 2023 and June 1, 2024. While some of these incidents have been attributed to drones or satellites, many remain unexplained. In response to the unexplained drone sightings in New Jersey, State Senator John Bramnick has called for a limited state of emergency, proposing a temporary ban on all drones until the public receives an explanation regarding these multiple sightings. These incidents have raised concerns about national security and public safety, leading to increased scrutiny and calls for transparency from government agencies. As the days continue, there have been up to 100 of these sightings a day in New Jersey, and the alleged drones operate continuously for 6 or 7 hours a night. In a nearly 3-hour interview with Joe Rogan, Trump stated, "There is a lot of interest in the people coming from space, you know." Predictive linguistics expert Cliff High claimed that a significant event involving extraterrestrial conflict would occur 39 days after a specific trigger event. This prediction gained attention when it was linked to former President Donald Trump's appearance on the Joe Rogan Experience podcast on October 25, 2024. According to High's theory, this interview would set off a chain of events leading to a human-alien conflict on December 3, 2024, which was dubbed Alien Invasion Day. High's predictive model analyzes large volumes of internet data to forecast future events by identifying linguistic patterns. He has previously made predictions, such as forecasting the 2004 Indonesian tsunami, which have garnered both attention and skepticism. It's December 10th now, and UAPs are being seen across the world. In my video a couple of weeks ago on JP's contact with a Nordic, I shared the message that the Nordics wanted him to disseminate. That message is that alien contact is underway and will be increasing as part of alien disclosure. The Nordic also shared that some people, especially disbelievers, will be seeing more activity in the sky, while others will actually have face-to-face contact with the extraterrestrials. I have to say that many of the photos that have surfaced look exactly like the TR-3B that I witnessed in Winchester, Colorado in September. The video will be linked at the end and description. TR-3Bs are top-secret U.S. Air Force aircraft characterized by their triangular shape and purported anti-gravity propulsion system. According to various accounts, the TR-3B utilizes a highly pressurized mercury-based plasma to generate a field that reduces gravitational pull, enabling advanced maneuverability and near invisibility to radar. Interestingly, attempts to intercept the drone with this technology were unsuccessful. This tells us that these vehicles are operating with technology which evades our known drone interception technologies. The media has clearly been told to refer to these craft as drones, but the crafts keep coming in swarms with the exception of Thanksgiving. Am I the only one that finds this strange that the sightings stopped on Thanksgiving? An Australian podcaster on News Nation reported that he's receiving off-the-chart reports hourly from around the world, glowing luminous orbs and triangular vehicles. He said that he's had the most reports from the UK with sightings over some of their most secretive military bases. Chris Cuomo is associated with this station, and they are reporting that the crafts are hovering over military bases known for nuclear activity. We have been assured that all nuclear weapons have been disarmed for some time, so don't let them create fear. Another narrative that he said his intelligence sources told him is that these sightings are not UAPs, but known foreign adversarial drones, which were implied to be deployed by Russia, or more likely China. Here we go again with the deflection to Russia and China. So this reporter made a couple really good observations, though. Though I wasn't able to find a backup source, he reported that one pilot was sent up to do reconnaissance on the drones and clearly referred to it as a UAP, not a drone. A UAP means unidentified aerial phenomenon and is the new terminology for UFO. A woman in Brazil reported strange lights that she saw through a telescope. Again, the lights were exactly like the fleet that I saw in Westminster in September. One local woman said that a drone was brought down over RAF Laken Heath, but it's not on the media or confirmed. In November 2024, during a port visit to Hamburg, Germany, the British aircraft carrier HMS Queen Elizabeth was shadowed by an unidentified drone. The drone, measuring approximately 1.5 by 1.5 meters, was spotted near the vessel around 4:25 a.m. on November 22nd. German authorities attempted to neutralize the drone using HP-47 handheld jammers, but it departed the area before any action could be taken. The drone was last observed near the Tollerort Container Terminal, a facility partially owned by a Chinese company, leading to speculations about potential espionage activities. This incident occurred shortly after reports of drone activity over U.S. Air Force bases in the United Kingdom, including RAF Lakenheath, RAF Mildenhall, and RAF Feltwell, between November 20th and 22nd. To give you some numbers, there have been 73 UAPs reported to Newfork in the first 6 days of December 2024. At this rate, that will be about 377 for the month of December, but the numbers have been increasing every month again. Actually, there were about 1,000 sightings a month in early 2020 when Trump left office. JP reported that the Biden administration significantly suppressed contact, which is supported by a decline to as much as 200 a month, and now they are increasing again. Enigma Labs is a platform dedicated to collecting and analyzing reports of unidentified aerial phenomena, UAPs, commonly known as UFOs. A significant portion of these reports describe sightings of orbs and spheres. According to Enigma Labs analysis, between December 2022 and September 2024, they received 6,226 reports of orb or sphere sightings in the United States. Of these, 72% met their quality standards, resulting in 4,467 approved sightings. Notably, 322 of these were specifically described as metallic or silver orbs. These metallic orb sightings are often reported near military bases and critical infrastructure. For instance, there have been multiple reports near Naval Air Station Joint Reserve Base Fort Worth, Joint Base Lewis McChord in Washington State, and Eglin Air Force Base in Florida. An orb tailing an airplane into JFK. The word being put out to the media is that these are high-tech military drones. One case, there was an F-16 jet engaging with a luminous orb at near supersonic speed, and the orb outran the F-16 by a mile. Why is nothing being done? Remember back in February 2023 when a high-altitude balloon from China was detected traversing North American airspace, leading to a significant diplomatic incident between the United States and China. The balloon, identified as a surveillance device, was eventually shot down off the coast of South Carolina on February 4, 2023, by a U.S. F-22 fighter jet using an AIM-9X Sidewinder missile. Yet, Homeland Security and the FBI testified before Congress this morning that they don't know what these drones are or who is deploying them. What are your thoughts on that one? It's gotten so bad that private people are sending up their own personal drones to try to figure out what sort of crafts are flying over our homes and military bases. So we have some sort of aircraft which evades our most sophisticated anti-drone technology, flying over sensitive military bases and aircraft carriers, but the media is telling us that it's nothing to worry about and we are under no threat. Something is not right here, guys. The official narrative is that HPMs, or high-power microwaves, have been used against known non-human technology being used for surveillance. If you fire them after a UAP, you knock out every aircraft in the vicinity, so officially, they can't deploy them over a military base because they will disrupt all other aircraft in the area. Langley Air Force Base in Hampton, Virginia, insists that these craft are drones, yet the Pentagon has failed to provide any proof at all. Do you buy that they can't stop a Chinese flying craft which displays full navigational lights from hovering over nuclear installations? Or do you believe that these are not man-made crafts evading our most sophisticated anti-drone technology, but something extraterrestrial? But it gets better, guys. New Jersey Republican Representative Jeff Van Drew went on Fox News today and said that he has it from very high sources that Iran launched a mothership off the East U.S. coast a month ago that contains all of these drones. A couple of hours later, the Deputy Pentagon Press Secretary, Sabrina Singh, called a press conference and vehemently denied Van Drew's assertions that the drones were Iranian. This sure appears to be a sticky subject for the current administration. They look like fools, so I'm going to stick with my original report by JP that UFO sightings will be increasing because they are. For this reason and much other information that we have received from the Galactic Federation, I believe that these are clearly the UFO displays that have been authorized by the Trump administration to awaken the masses. The orbs, on the other hand, fit the description that JP gave for the small transport pods that bring visiting Nordics, so that the ships don't come in. So the sheer enormity of the fact that these foreign crafts have been able to fly over restricted airspace without intervention is very suspicious. If these are Chinese or Russian spy craft, they aren't very good spies because they are sure making their presence very well known around the world. In conclusion, the mystery of the hundreds of alleged drones observed in skies around the world continues to deepen. U.S. government officials claim to have no knowledge of their origins or intentions, leaving the public with more questions than answers. The lack of transparency only fuels speculation and highlights the urgent need for open investigation and accountability. So tell me, do you believe that these are drones launched by China, Russia, or Iran? Do you believe that these crafts that evade our best technology are drones made here? And if so, by who? What motive could exist to deploy so many crafts? Or do you believe that the Federation is engaged in disclosure that the usual suspects are still trying to lie about but are incapable of stopping? Until the truth emerges, don't worry. Alien disclosure is in full swing, and our lives are about to change in ways that we could have never imagined. Hang in there, guys. Don't let them scare you with a false flag event. Everything is clearly under control.